There's something very special about having that phone conversation, hearing the person's voice, FaceTime, you can do
Mhm.
that video call where you can see their face and hear their voice, and there's something very, I don't know, something in us that we need that connection.
Welcome to the Other 99% podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Duck, a coffee loving direct sales enthusiast who's obsessed with a good digital system. Come join me for a realistic look into the world of direct sales. We'll explore inspiring perspectives, learn about unique business tips, and celebrate success stories that often go untold. Because on the other 99%, every seller matters.
Hey everyone, it is me, Lisa, and welcome back to another episode of the Other 99%. We're here for part three of our little mini series that we put together for you guys. And today we're talking about maybe the real reason why our businesses might feel like they're not growing. And it really isn't because we're not posting enough. I think it is because we're not connecting enough, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes we get so focused on the content, creating content for social media and maybe even emails and websites, but we're forgetting that there's people that we're trying to reach and connect with. So that's an easy trap to fall into, I think.
Yeah. And I think back to when I first started my business, Mary Kay, like even going back to Mary Kay, I didn't have to create content. I didn't have to create things like that. What I had to do was literally pick up the phone and say, "Hey Susan, just checking in. Like, how's the cleanser doing? Do you need any tips? Like, are you close to a refill?" Like, I had to connect with people.
Yeah.
Or, you were connecting to see if there was any other issues that they might be facing with their skin that we might be able to help with, or if they wanted to book another one-on-one appointment with you to try out some of the new products that came to see if they might want to be adding those to their skincare routine, right? We're losing that connection. When is the last time that we actually said to somebody, like, went old school and
Yeah.
reached out to somebody, and it could be through text message and messenger or something like that. It doesn't have to be the old school phone because I don't think I would be picking that up anymore either, but it's like, "No!" But I mean, like, just asking those questions, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I will say, we get so used to texting and communicating on social media, but I have a really good friend, and she is so good at calling me on the phone. And when she calls, I get excited because I know that she and I are going to have a great conversation. We get caught up on life. And, there's something very special about having that phone conversation, hearing the person's voice, FaceTime, you can do
Mhm.
that video call where you can see their face and hear their voice. And there's something very, I don't know, something in us that we need that connection. Because when you're posting on social media, there's no specific person you're reaching. You're like, well, I hope this reaches someone. I hope someone sees this. I hope someone buys. But when you get that actual phone call or actual physical connection, there's something very magical about that.
Yeah. And I think the one thing that many of us get caught up in is that, we're creating a post for social media. And our intentions for this post are truly to have people like comment and reach out to us and have a conversation. But I think somewhere in the translation it gets lost because people they'll either like it if they go by it, or they'll comment, but then there's no conversation. I remember I went through a Facebook training with a friend of mine that I met like on Facebook. She was probably one of my first friends on Facebook if I think back to it, and I didn't know her,
Yeah.
um, by any other way, but she became a Facebook trainer,
Mm.
and I took one of her trainings, and she was saying, when we're making a post on social media or on Facebook specifically, and you have somebody who comments, don't just like their comment, right? how you need to comment back with a question or a comment that is going to make them comment back,
Mhm.
or with a question that's going to make them say, "Hey, I need to reach out and carry on this conversation." Or their comment makes you reach out and say, "Hey, I just wanted to take this offline and just chat with you. I thought what you said was brilliant," or blah blah blah. Like, go on like that. But I think that's the one thing that we're missing. We're hoping that that post that we made is going to sell our products,
Yeah.
right?
And maybe if
I
we
don't
think
know.
about the comments as conversations. So I post a picture of, my bunnies, my cute little bunnies. And Lisa, you respond and say, "Oh my gosh, what are their names?" And then I don't respond back. If you treat it like a conversation, like if you said that to me in real life
Like
and
if
I
we
didn't
were face to
answer,
face, right? And
yeah,
it's
I'd
like,
be like, not answer at all. You'd be like, "What the heck, Susan?" So if we treat the comments as a real conversation, I think that'll bring some of that connection back.
yeah. And I remember telling my team when I used to do Facebook parties, it's like you invite people in, like think of it as a home party, right? You're standing at the door greeting your guests as they're coming in. You're having a conversation with them. You don't just open the door and say, "Here's stuff, look at it.
Yeah,
I'll come back in 3
yeah,
weeks," right? You know what I mean? It's not something like that. So we need to treat people like we would treat them face to face.
yeah, yeah, for
That's
sure.
a good point. I love that.
Yeah. So why are some reasons that we don't connect? Sometimes I feel like, if I'm gonna text someone as a follow-up, I feel like, "Oh, I don't wanna bother them." Like, "Ah, here I am again, like, following up." I feel like such a bother.
Mhm.
Is that
Or
is that reality or is that just in our head?
it's in our head, but I think it's in our head and it's very hard to get out of our head, right? I mean, even I sit there and I giggle because even my kids now, if they want to call me, they'll text me, "Are you busy?"
Yeah. I do that to
Like,
my mom.
yeah, are you
"Are
busy?
you
Can I
free?"
call? Right?
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to burden someone. You
Yeah,
don't want to interfere with what they're doing. So it's just I think it's just how life is right now.
yeah,
But what about having a message like that? Like,
yeah,
"I'd love to chat with you." Like, "Are you busy or is now a good time to chat?" Like, even if it's back and forth through a message conversation,
yeah.
something like that. But I think the biggest thing why we're not connecting is because we worry about getting rejected.
Mm,
We worry about getting hurt. Like, "Oh my god, this person doesn't want my bubble gum. I'm offering them bubble gum, but they don't want my bubble gum," right? It's
yeah. I ha I have my customer care. So, I follow up with them, immediate thank you. 2 weeks later, "Did everything arrive? Do you have any questions?" 3 months later, "Are you ready to reorder?" And then 6 months later, "Hey, you haven't ordered for a while. Do you wanna see the specials? Or here's a coupon, to get you back in there." And I think, you know, maybe 1 out of 100 follow-ups, I'll get that message, and they're not nasty, but they'll say, "I'll order when I'm ready. I appreciate you have great customer care, but, please remove me from the texting
Mhm.
list," or whatever. "I'll order when I'm ready." And you hear that one negative, or not
And
even
you take
negative.
that one to heart, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
next time you follow up with anyone, you're like, "They hate me, I'm bothering them," and it's just not true because I think the majority, most of my customers appreciate me following up because they know, number 1, this is a business. They know these are the products that they're ordering. They can order from any other company, they can get it at the store, but for me to just check in and say, "Hey, do you have any questions? Did everything arrive okay?" I'm not I don't know why we put that negative spin on it, but it is a good thing to do. It's a healthy thing to do. Every time you connect with a person, you're strengthening that relationship. They're getting to know you more, you're getting to know them. So if you think of it more as a relationship building versus customer care, maybe that's a better way to look at it. But you're not being a burden. You're not.
You're not. You're not. And one thing that I wanna tell you, and please do this. Can you throw out any script that your upline has given you? Because those are most likely gonna be the ones that are gonna get those reactions, like, "Don't bother me, I'll order when I'm ready." But if you're reaching out and genuinely asking a question like, "Hey, just thought I'd touch base to make sure that your order arrived safely."
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that message like, "Don't bother me," like, you're
Right.
bothering like, because
Yeah.
you're just trying to be helpful, right? So I find that when we try to use someone else's words or someone else's scripts, that's when we get those messages, and that's a lot of the times why we're overthinking things is because we're thinking, "Oh, like, that they're not gonna like me if I send this." Yeah, I probably wouldn't like you either if you sent some of those messages that I see out there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but don't use that as an excuse not to reach out. Um,
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels too like when you're posting on social media, you feel very productive. Like, oh, I did all of
Mhm.
this social media content, I mapped it out for the week. But I feel like sometimes we're hiding behind that and we're saying, oh, okay, done. My customer care is done because I posted thank you to all of my customers on social media and maybe 1 out of 1,000 people see it, but don't hide behind the social media content. Really make an effort to reach out personally to your customers.
So I think let's talk a little bit about, how people can keep it real when they're reaching out. Like, give them some tips on, what how can they sound authentic in their
Yeah.
messaging?
And we know our customers, or else, I mean, you should know your customers. So you can reach out and just, it doesn't have to be sales related at all. But hey, happy birthday. I saw it was your birthday. And we talked about this in another episode too. Don't say, happy birthday. Here's 10% off your next order. Just, hey, I just thought of you. Your birthday message came up on Facebook. I just want to wish you a happy birthday. Or, are you doing anything special to celebrate today? Leave it at that.
And I'll use an example that I did with you recently because I knew Epicure just relaunched in the US and I happened to get a code for like a discount. So I was like reaching out. It's like, "Hey Susan, I know you haven't ordered yet, but I got this code. Did you want to use one?"
Yeah.
Right? It's like she's
And
like,
I did.
"Sure."
It worked for me.
But it's like I wasn't running to there and go, "Oh, I'm gonna go and make that sale. Susan's gonna buy." It's just
Right.
like, "Oh my god, like I know Susan wants to do it. It's for new customers only. Like, let me reach out and see if she wants to benefit from it."
And
So,
as the recipient, I was thankful that she offered me that code. I mean, it was
mhm.
$10 off my order. So I was thankful that she thought of me. She knew I had been wanting to place an order. It's finally in the United States. I needed my guacamole, my free onion, and my SPG. So I was thankful that she reached out to me because it also reminded me because we had this conversation before I went on vacation, and I'm like, yes, I need to order. Forgot it got put aside until I got avocados at the store, and I'm like, oh great, I have no avocado mix. But then when she sent me that message, I'm like, okay, now's the time. Did it immediately, used the code, and was very thankful for her amazing customer care. So as a recipient, I did not feel bothered. I did not say, "Stop messaging me, Lisa." I felt very thought of, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And it's like another way that I think is easy for people to reach out to customers or even engage with non-customers that could be potential customers is to watch people's stories.
Mm,
If somebody's doing their story, they're sharing a lot about their life, right? And it's so easy just to tap on the screen and send them a message directly about that story. You're not going to be, you would never go into someone's story and say, "Oh, I see you're posting that. Do you want to buy this?"
yeah.
You're, it's going to be like, "Hey, like, that's so funny." Or it's going to be something simple because it's related to the story. But what does that do? It just opens up conversation. It gets you back into connecting with people.
Yeah. And how about just thanking a customer? "Hey, I was thinking of you today, and I was just wanted to share how thankful I am for you that we continue to stay connected through lemongrass spa products. Just thank you. Thank you for being in my life, and thank you for supporting my small business. I just really appreciate you. Like, if you got that message, I would be like, "Oh, thank you." Like, somebody thought of me, someone appreciates me, someone recognizes that, I could buy from anyone, but I'm choosing to buy from this person. So maybe just a little thank you goes a long way.
Sure. And I think that brings us to our homework because our homework is super simple, but it's all focused around making those connections.
Hey everyone, just a quick pause to thank today's sponsor, Cinshare. Cinshare is a social media scheduler designed for direct sellers and creators alike. It's your go-to tool for planning, scheduling, and simplifying social media right from your phone. Built to take away the overwhelm, it lets you upload your own content, use a ready-to-share library, schedule across multiple platforms, or post on the go using the Cinshare keyboard. Want to learn more about Cinshare or grab a free 30-day trial? Visit lisadoc.com/SinShare. Now back to the episode.
So I'm going to get you to start, Susan. So, because you are the customer care queen.
I love customer care, and I love it because it builds over those relationships, and it supports my business very well. So what we want you to do, get your little notebook out, your handy dandy notebook. Wasn't that like Blue's Clues? Did you have Blue's Clues in Canada?
Yep.
Handy dandy notebook out. So maybe write down, I would say like 3 to 5 customers, past customers, maybe customers who haven't ordered for a little while. So write down those people who come to mind. And then you're going to engage with them somehow. You are not going to send them a private message. Hey, girl, I was thinking of you. We have this new product out. No, 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 no. This is not product related at all. This is just to kind of reintroduce yourself. Like, hey, I'm still here. You're still there. Let's connect. So, 3 to 5 people, engage with their content. Like Lisa said, engage with their story. Maybe look through their feeds and comment on something. This is not salesy, spammy, sales related at all. This is just focused on connecting with them.
Yeah. And the one thing we need to realize is when we are connecting with their content, the algorithm gods say, hey, these people know each other. They want to see more of what each other are talking about. So not only are you going to be able to maybe start a conversation with that person based on a comment that you made, but Facebook or Instagram is going to start showing your content to them more and their content to you more.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win for everything,
Yep.
right?
And how fun is it to reconnect with someone? Maybe you worked with them like 20 years ago, or your kids grew up together and you moved to a different state. So it's just, I mean, that connection will go a long way. It's not just about sales, but it feels great to reconnect with old friends.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, we've reached the end of another episode, and we thank you so much for joining us. We have one more part of our mini series left. So join us next week when we're going to be talking about basically rebuilding your momentum and simplifying your business so that it doesn't feel heavy. All right. Well, we'll see you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.
That's a wrap for today's episode of The Other 99%. We just want to say thank you. It truly means the world to us that you're here. Lisa and I absolutely love creating these episodes for you, and we're so grateful to have you in our community. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to like, share with a friend, leave a review, and subscribe so you never miss a new episode. We drop fresh content every Tuesday. Got thoughts, questions, or ideas? Leave us a comment. Want to be a guest on the show? We would love to chat with you. Apply by clicking the link in the show notes. Thanks again for spending time with us today, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Other 99%.